smoothly here. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. I know I'm having a good day. It is another blessed day. Yes, I'm going to keep saying that. We were able to get up this morning and do the things that we love to do every day on this earth. It is a blessed day. Hey, man, I'm not going to keep saying it until I can't say it anymore. That means I'm not around anymore. But I want to thank all you guys for coming back, watching my videos. I truly appreciate you guys very much. Truly, truly do. I'm going to get on this subject here, talking about family. How sometimes it's a hit and miss in dealing with your spouse's family members, especially family members from the Philippines. You know, we all heard the bad stories about a lot of guys would put out these SOS, warning men, listen, you truly don't want to be getting involved with your wife's or your girlfriend family members because they're no good. You know, they're only going to be coming around and acting nice to you because of what you can actually do for them. You know, we've all heard that stories. But then there's a lot of positive stories that most men don't pay attention to, that you can end up with a right woman who was raised and came from the right family that would be an enhancement to your lifestyle. Truly, it happens. There's a lot of stories out there of guys showing you how they're living with their spouse's family member. A lot of guys who are living here in America showing you how things are working out with their spouse's family member being around them in the household. Now, I have nothing negative to say about my wife's family. Well, I think I made a few videos about a few people, but they're not even the immediate family members. They're just the latch on of the family, which, we're going to leave that subject alone. We're not going to touch on that anymore. But this is why it is so important for a lot of you guys to know what you're getting yourself into. You truly have to know what you're getting yourself into. You know, the saying goes, if you marry a Filipino, like they always say, you married a family. Hell, man, that is really no lie. For a lot of them, their family means a lot. And they're not going to forget their families. No matter how close they are to you, no matter how much they really love you, no matter how much they think that you're the most wonderfulest thing there is in the world, you are the immediate family now for those women. But trust me, they're not going to forget about their family members from the Philippines. Why am I talking about this? I remember a few years ago, my wife's mom, she lost her son. He was working out there, Taiwan, died in Taiwan, had to bring him back home to the Philippines to be buried. I made videos about this a few years ago. And then the following year, my wife's mother lost her husband. And me as a man, I don't have a mother, I don't have a father. God rest their soul. They've been gone to rest now for a long time. My father died in the 1990s. My mom died in 2010 out there in England. So to me, family is very, very important, especially when it comes to your mother and father. So after my wife's father passed away, we started worrying about her mom. How is her mom going to be dealing with the situation? How is he going to handle everything? And I brought up the subject to my wife. I said, listen, I know you have brothers over there. I know you have other family members over there who's really going to be looking out for your mom. They're going to be taking care of her and everything. But I said, listen, babe, here's what you don't want to do. I said, we don't want to have to go back to the Philippines again for another funeral. We don't want to have to do that. So I came up with the suggestion and say to her, let's try to get your mom here to America. Let's bring her here where we're staying, and she can be here with us. We can make sure that we're taking her to the doctors, get her regular checkup, something that she hasn't been doing out there in the Philippines. And so far, we have really done that. We find out a few things here and there, and of course, maintenance medication. We're going to make sure that we're going to try to keep this lady around as long as possible. Why did I come up with this idea here? Losing my mind here right now. Early 1990s. I remember flying home to the Caribbean. Same day I came in, I went up to the little hospital that we had on the island, and my father was laying there in the bed. Granted, my father was a tough-ass man. He was really tough. One of them guys who work on the docks, offloading ship, loading ship. He was a tough, strong, tough man. Shows no weakness. Really shows no weakness. And I sat there with my dad, held my dad's hand, and I saw that man cry. Man, that bothers me. It really bothers the hell out of me. Stayed there with him for a few hours, left the hospital. Next morning, he was no more. He was no more. My mom lived out in England because that's where most of the family is right now. My sisters and brothers, nieces and nephews, everyone was out there. Mom was doing well, doing great. I think my mom lived until she was in her 80s. I wasn't traveling back and forth to England as much as I should. I remember going there in 2010, August 2010, and for some particular reason, I wasn't leaving my mom's side. Once in a while, I would take a walk, go to the Market Square or something like that out there in Hackney, London, where my mom was living, just to get out the house a little bit. But I wouldn't leave my mom's side. I slept in the same room that my mom was sleeping in. Something was telling me, listen, man, I don't think you want to leave this lady's side. And I remember that day when I was flying back here to Las Vegas. Wasn't a good feeling. Couple of months later, I got a phone call, 3 o'clock in the morning, Las Vegas time. And I knew what I was going to hear. I knew what I was going to hear. I felt it. This was a couple of months later in October. Mom didn't make it. I felt that I didn't spend enough time with her the way that I should. And I have that regret. So the reason why I convinced my wife, you don't have to worry about me. I made a mistake of not making a lot of trips over to England the way that I should. And I regret not really spending as much time as I should with my mom. I say, you don't want to make that same mistake because that's the last parent that you have. So she's finally here. We got her here. I don't want to make this story too long, but we got her here. She's very happy here. She's happy being here. She's still trying to get accustomed to being here in America. I try to make sure that she's feel very comfortable around here, that she's not feeling unwanted, that she's welcome and that she's loved in this household. But to see that she's here and to see how happy my wife is to really have her mom here with her in the United States, it makes my life so much better. It really, really makes my life so much better because that's one less stress that she don't have to worry about, knowing that when she's going to get that phone call again to go over to the Philippines because of something bad happening to her mom, because she's here. And we can make sure that we keep doing the necessary things that we're doing to make sure that she get the maintenance medication, make sure she get her checkup regularly and stuff. Of course, she has no health plan here in America. This is all coming out of our pocket. But you know something? It is worth it. It's truly, truly worth it, because to see the happiness in my daughter's face when she's sitting down at the table and having her grandmother teaching her how to do certain things, because of course she's a retired teacher. And it's a pleasure to really see how the relationship is bubbling in this house between my wife, my daughter, and her mom, with me just sitting in the background with that smile on my face and say, hey, you know something? I did what I supposed to do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for my immediate family here in this household to make sure that this household is a happy household. So to all you fellas out there who listening to the naysayers and all the negative guys them who get into relationship that they shouldn't have gotten into and make the dumb mistakes into getting mixed up into family members that's not really good for them to be involved with. I want you guys to know, man, if you take your time, know the woman that you're going to be messing around with. Know the type of family that you're going to be messing around with. If there are some good family members like the one that I got lucky and found myself involved with, I don't think you guys have to really worry about being around them. Truly don't. I felt like putting out this video here. Let you guys know that, hey, listen, man. The story about keep your wife out there in the Philippines. Don't bring your wife here to America. Don't get involved with the family members. You have to ask yourself, what type of women are these guys getting involved with? What type of family are they getting involved with? You have to ask yourself that. Like I said, just don't listen to these YouTubers just spew out all their negative hate and their bad vibes on you guys. Because like I say, everybody else's experience is going to be different. You're going to be doing the right thing to make sure that you get involved with the right individual and to make sure that the family that you're going to get involved with is going to be an enhancement to your life and not a burden. Just feel like saying that, man. But you guys always know what it is with me. Man, it is always peace and love, man. Peace and love. Stay positive. Do the right thing. You'll have success.